Motorists all around the world have fallen back in love with small cars. It all started when the recession hit everybody. Everyone was suddenly looking for a car that didn't cost a fortune. And in the last 4 or 5 years, small cars have not only made great sense, but all of a sudden they've become a lot more fashionable. And today, we're going to test drive some of the best looking small cars on the market. And we're going to start with the Fiat 500. The first thing you notice when you get inside the Fiat 500 is it's a bit like being in a fashion shoot. You can see why the girls love this little car. It really is very trendy inside here. You've got color coordinated dashboard, which looks great in black with contrasting white steering wheel. When was the last time you saw a white steering wheel in a car? But sometimes it just looks perfect for this car. There's something about the 500. It looks and it feels just a fun little car to drive. It was made for nipping in and out of city traffic. The 1.25 litre engine is ideal for this car. Okay, it's not quick at all, but no one's looking for a quick car in a city car. And the other bonus, it does over 55 to the gallon. As well as the 1.25 engine I'm driving today, there's also an absolutely excellent little 0.9 litre cc engine, which is also available with the 500. Now, if that sounds as if it wouldn't pull you anywhere, you'd be surprised. It's a little 3-cylinder and it goes really well, and it also does the other side of 60 to the gallon. That's one worth looking at as well. When Ford launched the Ka, it became an overnight success story. It was the perfect example of why small cars suddenly became cool to be seen in. All of a sudden, the styling was cute, it was cool. In many ways, this car sums up why city cars suddenly became very sensible to buy. Small cars have become amazingly popular because they make great sense. In a world where we're all watching the pennies, getting a small car means you're a winner in every way. You have cheaper fuel, you have cheaper road tax. This car is just £30 a year to tax. And when you look around, if your old view of a small car was cramped, basic, think again. Check this out. This has got a really funky interior, and you get the equipment you used to expect from a sector above. In this Ford Ka, we've got air conditioning, we've got a nice music system, we've got electric windows. You lack for very little in this car, and it's surprisingly roomy. Sitting in here now, I could be sitting in a family hatchback. Now, obviously it is a city car, so no one is buying it for massive room in the back. But as you can see, I'm an adult, I'm sitting in here, reasonably comfortable, but it's perfect for the kids. More room than I thought. I must admit that whenever I think of city cars, I think of boots that are of no use whatsoever, or you can get one tiny shopping bag. Let's check out the Ka, see what it's like. Actually, that's quite surprising. That's a reasonably deep boot, and there's also a touch of flexibility. If you move a couple of levers, you can push the 2 rear seats down, and you can actually get enough for small object from the DIY store or from the local garden centre. That's not bad at all. Apart from the fact that the Ford Ka is a cool looking little car inside and out, the other great thing you get with a Ford is it drives really well. Fords are just about the best mainstream cars out there at the moment. This one has a slick 5-speed gearbox. The 1.25 petrol engine isn't actually a ball of fire, but it's more than good enough for getting you around town. It's okay on the odd motorway drive. Most importantly, it does just over 55 to the gallon, and that's what city car drivers are looking for. Oh yes, and it's great to park. No one spotted the potential for a growing small car market better than Hyundai, and with this little car, the i10. They literally were ahead of the game when suddenly the government launched a scrappage scheme back in 2009. They shipped over boatloads of the i10, gambling on the fact that buyers were going to go for small cars, great on value, that made a lot of sense. And this car has become one of the big success stories in the small car market. What I like with the i10 is how Hyundai have cleverly evolved it. When the original was launched, it was no work of art. This car now, though, is really quite a pretty little small car. I like the way that they've given it bold new lights. It's a much more visually attractive car. Although the plastics feel a little light and flimsy inside the i10, it's actually got quite a nice laid out cabin. Everything is easy to hand, it's ergonomically good. Even things have improved, things like the seat fabrics and so forth. They look much better now than a boxy, basic entry-level car. And as I say, you look inside here and there really is a useful amount of room. You don't feel cramped in here considering you're driving a city car. You get incredible headroom in the back here. I've got reasonable knee room here. It's more than adequate, and as I say, quite surprising just how much room you've got in the back of here. You could get 2 adults sitting in here quite comfortably. When it comes to the driving package, well, you get a 1.25 petrol engine, which in truth is not a ball of fire, but this is not a car for either boy racers or for petrol heads. It's a car for people that want to get to A to Z in a nice, efficient manner. And it will do over 55 to the gallon. It drives okay. And as I say, it has another bonus. This car comes with a 5-year manufacturer's warranty, and that's a lot of peace of mind.